Like, you're not gonna hold my hand, nothing. We're about to cross the street. I'm like, you're not gonna hold my hand? And he was like, you're grown, you can cross the street by yourself. Like, I shouldn't be chasing after this man and I'm not even reading my Bible. Hey guys, welcome back to my Solo Dolo Diaries. I hope you guys are ready for episode 3. Because we're gonna dive right into it. Make sure you guys hit that like, comment. Make sure you guys like, comment, share. Make sure you guys hit the like, comment, and share button. And also make sure you hit the new hype feature. Like, I don't know what that does, but let's see, because I want to see what it does. So hit that too. And we're going to get right into this video. Okay, guys. Hey, it's Bree. Today's video, we are going to talk about how I was losing myself trying to keep people, or keep my ex, we'll just say, which is because that's what this is, that's what we're talking about. But I mean, I've also done it in friendships as well, so I might touch on that too if anything comes to mind. But I just want to start off by saying, like, this series is just me being vulnerable with you guys and just trying to connect with people who may be going through the same thing or who may eventually go through the same thing. I'm not doing this for, like, I don't know. I mean, y'all don't know the man. I don't even know the man anymore. So it really, like, I'm just telling y'all my story and the things that I've gone through. So it's really, like, and I just want to keep emphasizing, like, it's not about that specific person. It's about what I went through, the actual scenarios and situations and things that I had to go through in that relationship. It's solely just about that. So I just want to start off by saying that, just so that it doesn't come off like I'm just sitting here like talking about my past relationship 24/7, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I really just want to help anybody who's going through the same thing, because if I'm being honest, I wish I had it in the moment, because I did have people I could talk to, but at the same time I just didn't, because I didn't want to tell anyone, because I didn't want them to look at him differently. So we are gonna dive right into this. So have you guys ever wanted somebody so bad that you started to betray yourself just to keep them around? Because for a lot of my relationship that I was in, I will say that I betrayed myself a lot. Like, when I say a lot, I mean a lot. And I don't know why I do that or did that. I know that I ignored a lot of red flags from jump. Well, I do know why I did it now. But I ignored a lot of red flags from jump. If you see me looking over, it's because I wrote all of my stuff down, So I ignored a lot of red flags. I over-explained myself a lot. Like, if I didn't like a situation, I would tell the person, but I would over-explain. Like, anybody, like, it would be a simple situation. Like, I don't like that you are liking, this is just an example, although this did happen. I don't like that you're liking other girls' pictures. It could have just been as simple as that. Now, anybody with, common sense, like, okay, the person that I'm in love with is telling me that they don't like that I'm liking other females' pictures. So, or I'm gonna put it in my shoes. So if my man, not that I have one, if my man came to me and was like, I don't like that you are liking all these other guys' pictures with their shirts off and all this stuff. Okay, I hear you. I'm gonna say, okay, I hear you. And then what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go and I'm not gonna like the pictures no more. That's like common sense, right? Okay. But the thing was, in my situation, I would tell that person, And then they would keep doing it. So now it will get to a point like now I'm bringing stuff back up. I'll bring stuff back up to them. And now I'm over explaining because now I feel like, I guess maybe you didn't understand the first time. So now I have to tell you why I don't like it and why I think you shouldn't be doing that and why I feel like it's disrespectful and why this and why that. And I'm just going overboard. And I'm just talking the person's head off about why they shouldn't be doing that when it's really just common sense. So I would do that. I would accept bare minimum. And I would pretend that a lot of things didn't hurt me, even though it did. And I mean, and that's another common sense thing. Like, if I'm with somebody and I go and cheat on them, obviously it's gonna hurt them. Unless they just don't like me. So I feel like once the infidelity did happen and I tried to forgive that person, I, in the back of my head, still was thinking about it. Because it's like, it's kind of hard to even see that person the same way. It's like, you did this and now it's like, do you even really like me? Now I'm like questioning myself. I'm questioning them. I'm questioning everything. Like, was anything real? Like, I don't know. So it was a lot of that. And it would be all of that just because I didn't want them to leave. And it happened a lot. I'll constantly tell them, like, I don't want you to leave. I hope that you won't leave me. And it's just embarrassing, to say the least. And yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about. All those little things. So if you watched my last episode, I did talk to you guys about things that are wrong. Things that were wrong in the relationship and I stayed anyway. So I did touch on a lot of like red flags that I noticed. I was with that person and I was just ignoring red flag after red flag after red flag. And after that situation, like after the whole relationship was over with, I did sit with myself and I did have to like see the hard truth. Like, I was attached to this person and I just stuck in a pattern of like losing myself trying to keep somebody who really didn't want to be kept. And that person at the very end, I did mention this, said to me that I like made them stay type of thing. And in my eyes, I didn't feel like I made them stay. I feel like I did everything possible to try to keep them, but I didn't make them stay. And I did like the first few times that the person tried to break up with me, I did. Obviously, like, if you don't want somebody to break up with you, you're going to fight for the relationship. You're not just gonna be like, okay, cool. But I also see both sides. Like, I do see, like, if somebody says, okay, I don't want to be with you anymore, and you're just like, okay, like, I understand. Like, I can see both sides. Like, I can see, like, accepting it, and I can see fighting for it. And for me, I decided to fight for it. And I was fighting for it until I couldn't no more. So I started to realize how much I was shrinking myself for people that I cared about. So, but it was only, honestly, this only happens when I'm like deep in a relationship. Like a romantic relationship, I should say. So I will do absolutely anything to try to make that person happy and like want to be there type of thing. Where really, it didn't matter what I did because that person really just didn't want to be with me at all. So it really didn't matter if I drove 5,000 hours and took them out to dinner and did a whole bunch of things, they're still going to feel the same way that they feel. And I also feel that like once somebody actually steps out on the relationship, that's it. Like there's no really coming back from that. And I do believe that like God can like mend relationships and like do all that, but at the same time, we're still human. We're still going to feel how we feel like in the back of our head, like this person really hurt me. There is ways to get through that, but I feel like obviously it has to be mutual. Like both sides have to want to work it out. And then you have to just think like this is a whole new person. Like this is not the person that I met before. You have to literally think of it as a whole new person, and that's something that I couldn't do. Like, I was still wanting the person that I met from day one because I've been the same person that he met from day one. So it was really hard for me to just, like, act like I just didn't care or act like everything was cool. It was like, at the back of my head, it was a constant thought. Like, and I would tell him like, oh no, like, I'm like, we're over it, like, it's cool, whatever, like, we're past that. Because when he came back, everything was basically normal. He was living here with me, and everything was cool. It was almost as if it never even happened. And then because he was far away and I didn't physically see it with my own eyes, it was almost really hard for me to even believe that that even happened. The only reason I know it happened is because somebody sent me the text, the girl, she sent me the text messages and all that. So if it wasn't for her and somebody just physically told me that, like, or told me that with their mouth, like, I don't know. Like, it was really hard for me to believe because I never would have thought that person would have did that to me. I would stay quiet a lot about things that made me uncomfortable. Especially towards the end, I kind of stopped trying to speak out on things. Like, I did mention to you guys the whole thing, like, the very last day when I found messages in his phone from 2 different girls. When I first seen it, I did not want to bring it up because I knew where I was going to go. I knew how I was going to, like, he was going to get pissed off. And, like, so I didn't even want to speak on it. And there was a lot of other things, like even small things, like if something happened at work or something happened with my friends or something happened, like, good or bad, like, it didn't matter what it was. I did not want to tell him. After he did what he did, it kind of made me feel like I don't really matter. So, like, me telling you all these things really just, for what? Like, it doesn't even matter to you, for real. So I did stay quiet about a lot of things, good and bad, that was happening, like, in my own life, because I would not really feel comfortable even, like, sharing things with him. And then sometimes, like, I would get different reactions. So, like, if it was something, like, really good and I was, like, super happy about it, I never really knew if he would be super happy too, or if he would just be like, oh, that's cool, blah, blah, like, just a regular, like, I don't know. That's just how I would do things because I didn't feel like he honestly truly cared. Then I would overthink every text. Every, like, change in energy, all of that. Like, I would be like, and that's also not a way to even live. Like, you don't even want to be with somebody if you have to, it's basically walking on eggshells. And he tried to tell me he's walking on eggshells with me, but really it was the other way around because I wasn't doing anything to him to, like, hurt him or make him feel away. Like, I was always respectful towards him, and I always was caring and kind and generous and, like, the whole thing. So I really don't feel like there was anything for him to be walking on eggshells for, but I for sure was. And then the crazy part is that when you're scared of losing somebody, you start to accept things that you normally wouldn't. So a long time ago, I'll be like, oh, I would never take a man back if he cheated on me, blah, 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 blah. But when you're deep in it, it's so hard to just be like, see ya. Like, for me anyway, it was hard. I know for some women, like, they can easily just walk away, like, cool, he did what he did, he chose his side, it is what it is. Like, I wish I had that mindset when this happened because I could have easily went ghost. Like, when I found out he wasn't even here and he wasn't coming back for another month. So I could have easily just cut that off right there, dead it, don't even waste my time no more. I could have easily did that, but I didn't. I gave him a chance. I tried to pray about it. I did everything. Bro was still talking to other girls and making other friends and doing all this weird stuff. So I accepted a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have. So I think that I confused attention with, like, love for a long time. Somebody can be all in your face. Somebody could be around you, touching you, kissing you, coming, like, breaking up with you, but then, like, wanting you back. That doesn't always mean that they value you. That just means that they like the company too. That just means that they like the attention too. It's not about them loving you and actually wanting to be with you and valuing you. It was never about that. So I had to ask myself, why am I so afraid of people leaving me? I still to this day am trying to figure that out. I know most things happening in childhood, but for me, I low-key can't figure it out because I have both my parents in my life. They've been in my life my whole life. They've been married my whole life. They're still married. I don't know what it is. Like, my dad was always there. My mom was always there. My dad did coach for a little bit. So he was, not a little bit. He coached for like maybe like 8-9 years, I think. So there would be times, I guess, that he wouldn't be home. But I don't know if that stems to how I'm feeling about people leaving me. I don't know where it comes from, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But so, and I also am asking myself, why does rejection feel like it's like completely breaking me? Like, when somebody will, for example, and it would be something so small, like if he planned to see me, oh, I'm gonna come over at 12 o'clock. If that's what he tells me, in my head, he's coming at 12 o'clock. He's going to be here by 12 o'clock. It's 11:40. He texts me, oh, I'm gonna come tomorrow instead. That type of stuff would hurt my soul so bad. And I don't know what it is. I don't know why that happens to me, but it hurts so bad. I'll be like, why? Like, and then I will be like, I could just come to you, or I would say anything. Or if he doesn't even say like, oh, I can come tomorrow, and he just says like, I'm not coming at all, that would really send me over the edge. And I would question it, and I would try to make like plans for me to come instead, type of thing. And there was one time where that kind of scenario did happen, and I did say like, oh, I'll just come to you, and he said no, and I still went anyway. It would be stuff like that. Like, I try to like figure myself out, because I don't understand why I'll just still go or still try to see the person if they're telling me that they really just don't want to see me. So I feel like that sometimes heartbreak exposes wounds that were already there before that person entered my life. So I know for a fact I've always been like that, because not in my last ex, but the ex before him, I did the same type of stuff. Like, I would drive there when this person didn't invite me. And I don't know what it is. I don't know. And it's almost embarrassing for me to say, because there was a lot of situations that happened like this, especially in my last relationship, where I was very, what is the word? I was very spontaneous or impulsive. That's the word. Very impulsive. I will just do it. If I think about it, I'm going to do it. And I'm trying to learn how to just cut that out completely, because I cannot keep doing stuff like that. And I think like the older I get, like the more I'm like, okay. I also watched this boy on live. His name, well, he's a man, but he's 25. But I also watch his lives on TikTok, and he's always giving like advice to women. They'll like tell him their story. And his name's KB. I don't know if you guys ever watched him, but the people will tell him their story, and he will give them advice. And most of the time, he's telling them, this man does not like you. If you like somebody, you're going to do certain things. If you don't like somebody, you're not going to do certain things. If you don't want to lose the person, you're not going to do certain things, or you are going to do certain things. It's just like, it's almost like a common sense thing, but when you're in it and you're in that relationship or you're like that person, it's really hard for you to see anything. So like me listening to all these stories, it's like I understand how these people feel, and I understand like both sides now. Like, it's like, because I'm not in it no more, so now I can see from the outside, like, this is actually crazy. Like, because there's a lot of stories that are very similar to mine, and I'm like, I did this stuff, like, and I just didn't see that this person just doesn't like me. This person just doesn't like me. And that is okay. And that was like a hard pill for me to swallow. This person just doesn't like me. I was with this person for 3 years, but they don't like me the way I think they do, or the way they try to make it like they do. Because they can make it like they do in certain situations, but then other situations it's like, do you really like me? But it shouldn't be that. It should all be even. Like, if I like you, you're going to know. And it's just going to be like a simple, flow. Like, it's not going to be like one day I'm nice to you, next day I'm mean to you. Like, I'm not doing that because I don't want to lose you. So it's stuff like that. But I did realize that I was looking for reassurance from people rather than looking for it from God. And that's the whole problem. That's the whole problem. That's the whole basis. That's the gist. I was looking for it in people instead of God. And I was like going to church a lot, and going with him. So it was like, I felt like, okay, we have God in the middle. This is cool. But I personally was not having my own relationship with God. And we would talk about this a lot. I would be like telling him, like, you have to have your own relationship with God. I have to have my own relationship with God. But it was like both of us were not doing it. I was trying, and I feel like he wasn't really trying as much. Like, I was trying to read my Bible. I was trying to like listen to sermons. I would send him them. He would not listen to them. He would listen to like some, I guess, here and there, but he would always say like he didn't find time to listen to it type of thing. So I kind of just stopped sending them. But I was trying. Like, I was actively trying. And yeah, so I did try to bring God in our relationship, but I wasn't personally strong enough in my faith by myself with God to like, and that's the thing too, like, if I was, I for sure would have walked away a long time ago. Like, I would not have stayed in that relationship if I have God by my side, because God is not going to be like, yeah, stay here, do this, do that. He's not going to do that. But he let me learn the hard way for sure, because I was with that person for 3 years of my life. So I definitely feel like God left me there, let me deal with it. He was there when I needed him. He was there when I was crying, when I was upset. But he was letting me go through it because clearly I wasn't listening from day one. And if I knew him day one, if I was closer to God day one, because I know God, but I don't have the strongest relationship with him. If I had the strongest relationship with him from day one, I would not have stayed. And I know that for a fact, because I would see this person doesn't have the fruits. This person is not doing things that Jesus would do. This person is not talking to me how Jesus would want him to talk to me. This person is not treating me how Jesus would want him to treat me. I'm gonna give you all a small example. So one day we went to the beach, and before we went on the beach, we walked to 7-Eleven. He's walking ahead of me, and I'm like, dang, you just gonna leave me? Like, you're not gonna hold my hand, nothing. We're about to cross the street. I'm like, you're not gonna hold my hand? And he was like, you're grown, you can cross the street by yourself. Okay, you got it. You got it. I am grown. At the time I was 27. I am 27. I can cross the street by myself. But at the same time, you're my man, and I would like for you to hold my hand. That right there, God wouldn't give me a man like that. For sure. So that man was not from God, and that's a fact. So I was looking for reassurance in people for sure, rather than the security from God. So when people change, become distant, or they would disappoint me, I would feel like I was falling apart too, which was really, really bad. Like, these people had control over my emotions. And when I say people, I'm talking about my exes, like the ones I was with before, not just my last ex. But like, anytime somebody would become distant or just not want to talk to me or disappoint me or do something that I don't like or cheat on me or whatever it may be, I felt like I was falling apart. Like, when I tell you, the very first time that man tried to break up with me, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. And even like I told you guys, I lost 30 pounds this go around, like in December. But when I tell you, like, most of my relationships, the first time he broke up with me, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't even barely go to work. I was crying all day long. And I would be okay at work for some days, and then some days I would cry at work. But I would, like, once time was like passing, I would start to only want to be at work. Like, I didn't want to be at home, because when I was at home, it was really bad. So now I'm gonna hop into the verses that I want to speak on for today. So one verse that's really been sitting with me is Proverbs 4:23. So it says, guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. And so I used to think that guarding your heart meant like acting cold and acting like you just don't care. But now I think it means like not abandoning yourself for temporary feelings. So not like what I did. Not eating, not wanting to go to work. And there were days that I did call out of work the very first time that he broke up with me. This was in like 2023. So like doing all of that, don't do all of that because it's just a temporary feeling. I'm only going to be hurting temporarily. I'm not going to be hurting forever. Like in that moment when I tell you, when they say like heartbreaks, like your heart actually is breaking, bro, I literally felt like that. I literally felt like my heart was going to crack in half and break into a million pieces. That's literally how it felt. I'm learning that love should not cost me my peace. I shouldn't have to beg for consistency. I shouldn't have to silence my feelings to seem like I'm easygoing, because I will do that for sure. I shouldn't feel anxious every time or every single day wondering where I stand with someone. And that was also a thing. Like after he did what he did, I for sure was questioning our relationship like every day. Like, are we good? Are we not good? Are we good? Are we good? Are you sure we're good? Are you sure? Like you could tell me. Like that's the type of time I was on like every other day, especially if he got silent but like when he first came back, he was living with me for 2 months. So April, May, June. So like June-ish, July. I think it was after July is where things started getting a little weird, like towards August, and then definitely in September, because by this point he wasn't living with me anymore, and now he's back on a base that was 45 minutes from me. So I don't know. I just feel like when it would be like other women around him, it's like a different type of person. Like he starts acting different, and I don't know what it is, but and I had his location and everything, and I just feel like that didn't even matter. Like he for sure was doing whatever he was doing. Yeah, so I was feeling anxious a lot. So like once he did move back on base, I was going through it. Like I was constantly wondering what he's doing. And especially if he like wouldn't call or text, like it was just a constant roller coaster in my brain. And honestly, it wasn't healthy for me. It wasn't healthy at all, but I was choosing to stay because I'm like, I really love this person. And then I was constantly told and talked to about marriage and like all this stuff. And like, I don't know. And then by September is when he broke up with me. So he broke up with me last September. And then we were supposed to be working on things, but we never, like nothing was being worked on. Nothing was being worked on. It was kind of just, that's why like when I say like, because we were like we stopped speaking in November, but September we were not together. That's when we stopped. September 12th, I think it was, or 13th. And then he didn't talk to me for a month. And then 3 weeks we like spoke, and then he was like completely done with me. So I say all that to say, honestly, I think that God has to remove certain people from your life if you're okay. I feel like God had to remove certain people from my life because I was holding on to them tighter than I was holding on to him. And that in itself is an issue. Like I shouldn't be chasing after this man and I'm not even reading my Bible. And I'm not even talking to God on a consistent basis. And this is when there's nothing wrong. I should be doing this. When I'm happy, when I'm sad, when I'm I don't know, excited. I don't know. Anytime I should be talking to God. Instead, I'm over here chasing this man who really doesn't even want me. So I just want to encourage you guys that if you're in a season where you feel like you're being rejected or abandoned or you're confused, I just want you to know that losing certain people is not losing yourself. You are not them. You are your own person. Yes, it may hurt when somebody walks out of your life or when somebody doesn't want to be in your life. It does hurt. Yes. But at the same time, you have God. God is not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's with you every day of your life, every single day. You can talk to him about anything. And when I tell you that I'm to the point, like, I do have a lot to work on still in my relationship with God. Do not get me wrong. And like throughout this whole video, I'm really talking to myself. Like, this is low key therapy. But don't get me wrong, I'm not the perfect like Christian. But I do know that God is with you every step of the way. He is not going to leave you at all. Like, at all. No matter if you are following him, if you're doing the wrong thing, if you're not listening to him, he is still going to be there. He's just waiting for you to come on back and to actually listen to him this time. And that's it. That's really it. So I want to end this off with that I'm still healing. I'm still learning. I'm not the perfect Christian. I'm not the perfect person. But I think that for the first time in a long time, I'm choosing myself. And it's like I was in a relationship for 3 years. So the last time I was solo by myself was 2022. And I was 24. I'm now 28. So it's like I have to learn myself all over again. I am not the same person that I was when I was 24. Like, at all. And I find myself sometimes doing things that I would do when I was like 21, 22. And I'm like, whoa. We're not backtracking. We're not backtracking. So let's reel this in because we're not going to do that. So I just want to thank you guys for listening. I hope that this helped. I will see you guys in the next Solo Dolo Diaries with Jesus. And yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Love y'all. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe, and tap that hype button. I just want to see what it does. Bye.